Hey YouTube, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Arnold that I just went to. This is the weekend after. I went last weekend with a couple of girlfriends. It was a lot of fun. I went the year before with one of my boyfriend's friends who is more into CrossFit, and it was okay that weekend. I think I learned a little bit more each weekend that I go, and this weekend, this past time, it was just so much fun. We got to like every booth. We got to see like a bunch of people that I wanted to see for a while. Some of my favorite YouTubers, which that was great. We also stayed in a good hotel this year. The year before we stayed really far away, but that was because I booked really late. So if my advice to you would be, if you were going to go to the Arnold, book way ahead of time. Like I booked 5 months ahead of time, and I couldn't get any closer than we got this year, which it was like about a mile, which wasn't bad. We still had the downtown shuttles, all that stuff, but I'll definitely be booking earlier next year. But the year before it was like 10 miles away, which it wouldn't have been too bad, but it was like 10 miles takes a lot longer to get there than it would like here in our small town. 10 miles means you can get there probably in 7 minutes. 10 miles there, it took us like 25 minutes to get there. Parking was awful. It was a nightmare, a complete nightmare. So this year it was really, really well. My friends went with me, and I didn't get as much video as I would like, so that's why I wanted to kind of just talk to you about it, and I was going to show you the pictures that I got, and I'll just be popping them up randomly on the screen, so watch for them. My first one I wanted to talk about was I went and saw Honey Buns at the Sweet Sweat booth, and she was extremely nice. She like took her time to like sit there and talk to you. Which made me like not feel weird, but I was always like standing there. I'm like, well, these people need to get up here. So I felt guilty, but I just wanted to keep talking to her, and she like would just talk to you. Like she took the time to like kind of be like, what's your name? Who are you? Where are you from? And I loved that. I also went to the booth called Man Cakes, and that was my other favorite booth just because they were so like much fun. I got a bunch of pictures here that I don't know, they were fun. They made me laugh, they were great. And I also got to see, when I was at the Man Cakes booth, my favorite photographer is Don Bersano. He has been really, really great with, I guess, being there for me through my fitness journey. When I first contacted him, which was really weird, is actually through Instagram. I commented on one of his pictures after liking like 4 of them, and I commented like, sorry I'm being such a creep, I really like your work. And I think I commented on the picture of like Katie Miller's picture, and I remember she was like laying down, like showing her abs, and I was like, not at all, I had abs, I was not anywhere near there. And he was like, hey, email me. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll check it out, I'll email him. I emailed him, and we ended up talking. We actually ended up talking on the phone. And I just like told him, I was like, you know, I do not look like those girls that you take pictures of. Like, I am not like that. Not like their pictures were bad, it was just like, I'm not in that kind of shape. They look amazing. And he was just like, you know what, like, from looking at your Instagram, Laura, like, you look good. You're doing really well, like, let's meet. And so I was at the time getting ready for my first competition. In OCB, I did the decal competition, and I met him during one of my posing practices. I did posing practice with Jill Ezekiel. I could be pronouncing that wrong. She was a wonderful lady. She is posing perfection, and she's out of Joliet. She was super, super nice. She actually encouraged me to do one 8 weeks out instead of 12 weeks out, because I didn't like have the confidence in myself. I was like, oh, I'm not there yet. But, so I met him after posing practice, and we connected and we talked, and then we ended up having our shoot, which the pictures turned out great. And ever since our shoot, he's been such an amazing friend. I've shot with like other photographers before for some stuff, and they've been good friends, but Don like calls me and checks up on me, and he make sure that I'm okay, and make sure that, like, you know, because I had a post a while back about like kind of being upset with some stuff that was going on in my life, and he like checked in on me. Like, he genuinely cares about his clients, genuinely cares about the people that he photographs. And he's always been there to kind of like light the fire under my butt when I'm slacking or I'm losing self-confidence in the fitness industry and things that I'm doing. He's been a really, really good friend. And so, anyways, I got off track. Don Bersano, he's amazing. He's out of Chicago. And I met him at the Man Cakes booth. And so I got to get a picture with him and talk to him and chat with him a little bit. We're going to be doing a shoot soon, hopefully. We don't have a date set yet, but we're kind of thinking like end of April, beginning of May, somewhere around there. Who else did I see? I saw Parker from One Up Nutrition. He's good looking. He's very good looking, and I got to get a picture with him, and he was really nice. I was pretty excited. And then we also got to see Buff Bunny at the Live Fit booth. She was super nice. We kind of caught her at the end of the day, so I feel like maybe her enthusiasm was going down just a tad bit. She was probably exhausted because it was towards the end of the expo, but I was really happy to see her because she's been a really good inspiration. And I also picked up a pair of Live Fit pants. I did get a pair of Live Fit. My legs are sore. I had leg day. I feel like they're dead. But I also got a Live Fit beanie. And I got this was in here because I took a picture of all my stuff that I got from the expo the other day. And I also got a pair of their pants, and I really like, they're actually super comfortable. I'm really high into, or not really high, I really like the high-waisted pants, and so they don't go up as much as I would like them to, just because sometimes when I have like the normal waisted pants, when I like bend over, I'm always worried my butt crack's gonna come out. So they are not high-waisted, but they are super comfortable. I love the material. They're nice and like silky soft, but they're really nice. I like those a lot. So I'll probably be wearing those a lot on my Instagram if you check it out. And what else? My friend Lauren, who I did my first competition with, her and I have become really good friends, which is nice. That's what's really cool about some of the competitions is you get to meet people and become friends with them who are interested in what you're doing, which is really hard when you're from a small town and there's not really many people who are into the same stuff, like really into the fitness stuff, like the competitions and all that. So it's nice to meet people who get you and know what you're going through. But she worked at the, I have the shirt, the V-Training booth. V-Training, to kind of sum it up, it was, what did she describe it as? Kind of like an Uber for trainers. So this is kind of really cool. It's a really, really cool idea. It is like you can, if like a person is looking for a personal trainer, you just use your phone and you like pull it up, basically like Uber, and you see the trainers that are in your area, and it will probably, I think she said they'll have a picture of them, and like a little bit in their bio, like their certifications, what they do, what they specialize in, any of that jazz. And so they can kind of pick a trainer like Uber, like they, oh, I want this trainer, and so I will go to them, and those are trainers in my area. So for a small town like here, it kind of wouldn't work as well, but in a city, definitely be training. It's a really cool concept and idea. So, and here, small town, we only have like a limited amount of trainers, and a limited amount of gyms, so it's not as much it would work here, but it's a really cool concept. I also, while I was gone, I did an Instagram, or I didn't do it, I was trying to win an Instagram giveaway, and I got my six-pack bag. I actually, I've always been really nervous about the six-pack bags just because it's like, it has this cooler compartment, which is really awesome. So like this, and it came with these, the gel packs to keep everything cool. Sorry. Okay, and then it came with 4 of these containers. There's 2 more little 6-packs up here. There is this zips in your cooler part. There is this little compartment here for holding, smaller amounts of things. So that closes up there. And so my concern is like, with this cooler, like how much space could there be in this bag? And it's actually a lot bigger than I expected. So so I'm really pumped about that. But there's a lot more space than I thought. Like, there's these front pockets, which are pretty big. Like, I mean, it's like my phone, obviously my phone can fit in there, but it's like there's so much more room. I could fit like 3 pairs of socks in there. And also, there's this pocket right here in the front, so it's an extra spare pocket right there. There's 2 side pockets here, and then in here, it came with like a pill container, so I can bring that with me. And this is going to be fantastic when I start prepping again for a show, to be continued when that will be. If there is another, so it's gonna be really hard to see, so I'm gonna do my best. But there's a pocket here, and there's actually all the space, and it goes like down on the side here. So that's what I was worried. It's like, I have like my notebook that I like, my schedule book for my clients, and like I bring notepads with me, and so where am I gonna put that? But it goes all the way down and back behind the cooler compartment area. And then there's this whole top, all pockets. Honestly, it's gonna be completely perfect. It's more space than I had expected. I'm super excited about it. But I got it for free from an Instagram giveaway. So always try those giveaways. I always was like, I never win, and I won. So that was pretty pumped. We went to the Shields of Strength booth, and I actually have one of their necklaces. It's downstairs. I'm not wearing it. And it's funny because it's actually the same necklace. I'll put this picture. I'll put it right here. So it's actually the necklace is the same thing as what I'm holding up in my hands in that picture. And so that was kind of cool. I got to check that booth out. I haven't really bought a ton of their jewelry. I only have the one necklace, and it's just because I don't wear jewelry very often. I either lose it, break it, something happens, so that's why I don't. Oh, my friend Greg. Greg is from Beast, and he's actually from Dixon too. So we're both from Dixon, Illinois. And when I was going through my first competition, he was kind of like my go-to person because I did everything on my own. Besides my posing, I did see Jill, but I was like, Greg, what do I do? Greg, how do I do this? Like, I would talk to him all the time. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing enough. I don't feel like I'm losing enough. Like, what about all of the weight underneath my butt? Like, because I kept looking at pictures of like Ashley Caldwasser, and I was just like, her butt just goes like. The hamstring tendon was great, and I was just like, how do I lose this? Like, and I would just point to my butt, and he would just be like, just wait, and it'll all tie in together. And I actually, after my competition, posted a picture of mine and Ashley's butt side by side, just because I wanted to see from like my beginning where kind of I am at, where the professional standard of the bikini bodybuilding is. So I did okay. I could have done a lot better, but hey, it was my first time, and I'm still figuring it all out. And I also went to the Quest booth. That's another one I went to that was fun. We went there twice because the first day it was just me and my friend Andrea. We drove in. Lauren came in late, but like I said, she was working a booth, so she wasn't with us. And Andrea and I just explored a lot of the booths, and then our friend Haley came after, and so we went there twice, which was really fun. They had a photo booth. They were super nice. I love their Quest bars now that they're back to the old formula again. They were pretty much my savior during my prep last time, and their stuff's really good. I really like their protein powders. My son really loves the vanilla flavor, and I hate vanilla flavored protein. Other than that, I'm not vanilla chocolate. We went out Saturday night. I didn't get really any pictures or anything from there. We went to the Hollywood Casino, which is the typical like the after party, the after event for the competition and stuff. And we actually didn't even pay to go into the VIP section. We were just kind of like, you know what, let's just hang out right here, have a good time. And so that's what we did. It was fun. What else? I think that's about it. I would have liked to have gotten more pictures with some people that, you know, that I like on Instagram or things like that. But I just didn't. It was just like the lines were super long, and I was more into just like having fun, taking an experience. And a lot of the times too, when we were around places, like booths would start throwing things, like giving them away. And that made me super nervous. Like I was just like, I'm going to get an elbow to a head. I'm not into this. So I kind of like stepped back from those. Only one that I stayed around was like the Sweet Sweat because I really like Sweet Sweat and they were giving out samples and stuff. So they were throwing those out and we were like catching them for each other at that one. Other than that, it was fun. I'm gonna go back next year and I'm gonna start booking earlier within 5 months, which is crazy, but I'm gonna book earlier because I want a closer hotel. I want to get really close. That's my goal. But who knows? They get booked really fast. And then I eventually want to compete at the Arnold. I was looking at like M-Dunk. She has a YouTube channel. I follow her on Instagram, and I was looking at some of her pictures, and I was just like, oh my god, I want to do that. I want to compete at the Arnold. That seems like so much fun. But I've never competed in a PC, so I need to work on that first. I need to work on my leg, getting that healthy. And so I think that's about it. That's it for my Arnold recap. That's all I've got for you. Besides, I did get a ton of free samples. Some of it is all still sitting in this room. But yeah, that is all. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.
It's a deal. Oh, well, yeah, I see him. Yeah, I see him. Yeah, that's your man. I hate the deal.
I think with record number of people still showing up at the Arnold Classic here, and it's wonderful to be back in Columbus.
Arnold, this is the 27th year.
I've been there since 1976, actually. This is over 40 years we have been promoting competitions like in Columbus, and it was first in the Storm and also improving and growing the size of this convention. More and more sports are participating. This time it's like 56 different sports that are here.
the deal. Always, yeah, I see him. Yeah, I see him. Yeah, that shit made, I hate the deal.
I think we have record number of people still showing up at the Arnold Classic here, and it's wonderful to be back in Columbus.
Arnold, this is the 27th year.
I've been there since 1976, actually. This is over 40 years. We have been promoting competitions like in Columbus, and it was first in the Storm and also improving and growing the size of this convention. More and more sports are participating. This time it's like 56 different sports that are here.